Hello there, I'm Dr. Adrian Larson, and today I want to talk to you about the missing piece from many acupuncture treatments and how I discovered it by actually looking at acupuncture research. The story kind of starts because part of my job here at Meridia Technology is to study the latest research and read the studies, synthesize what's going on. I always like to have the best, most cutting-edge information for all of our customers so that we can provide the best technology in the business. Something I started to notice a few years back, and it really kind of bothered me, to tell you the truth, is that there's these studies that would compare real acupuncture with fake acupuncture. They'd have different kinds of shams or placebos, and there were too many of these studies that were demonstrating that the fake acupuncture was getting almost as good results as the real acupuncture. And that just didn't sit very well with me for a couple of reasons. I mean, based on my experience both as a practitioner and as a patient, I expected to see much better results, and I expected to see that the sham acupuncture wouldn't perform nearly as well. Well, as I've looked a little bit more into these studies over the years, a couple of things come to mind and become apparent about what's going on. First of all, these studies are conducted very differently than acupuncture is conducted in a typical acupuncturist's office. So you'll have, sometimes it's done at a medical facility, even a hospital. You'll have people that they've been recruited, they're being paid to come participate in the study, and the environment is cold and sterile and businesslike and scientific, where a stranger might walk in the room, put needles in you and walk out and never interact with you. In some study designs, the practitioners aren't even allowed to interact with the patients at all. And so you really have boiled down acupuncture merely to the act of inserting a needle or needles. You've taken out all the human element and all the humanity. And when I contrast that with how most of us practice acupuncture, it really is quite different. In fact, environment matters a lot, doesn't it? We go to great lengths to create an office environment that is tranquil and peaceful, that is healing, that is positive, that allows patients to have an oasis from the outside world where they can focus on receiving the benefit that they want to receive, and where we can focus as practitioners on helping them achieve the results they want. And that's really good that we're doing that and that we're creating an environment like that. I've been to a lot of offices that are absolutely beautiful. These are places I would love to spend time. These are places I would go voluntarily because I want to be in an environment like that. So we've done a fairly good job, I think, addressing the external environment to the patient once they walk through our doors. But what have we done to address their internal environment before we ever treat them? Think about what they're walking in the door with. They've got all kinds of stress, they've got the external environment and how it's been affecting them for their entire day or week or month. We've got emotional things, we've got stress, anxiety. People walk in your door, and although we've got a great external environment for them, what about how they're going to adapt internally? Is their chi flowing? Is it ready to be directed? Is it free and comfortable and abundant so that they can get the maximum result? And if not, what are we as practitioners going to do about that? And in the next video, I'm going to talk about some specific things that we should be considering and things that you and I can do in our practices to help the patient's internal environment be most conducive to healing. So I'll talk to you then.